Have you ever woken up, stretched your arms, and thought, why do I feel so stiff and sluggish? You went to bed at a decent hour, yet somehow, your body feels like it's 10 years older than it did yesterday. It's frustrating, isn't it? And let's be honest, mornings don't always feel like a fresh start when your energy is low, your joints ache, or your mind feels foggy. But here's something you might not realize. The way you start your morning has a massive impact on how you feel for the rest of the day. In fact, there are a few common mistakes many people over 60 make in the morning, without even knowing it, that could be making them feel older, more tired, and less energized. The good news? These mistakes are completely fixable. So today, we're going to talk about 4 of these morning mistakes and, more importantly, how to fix them so you can wake up feeling younger, stronger, and ready to take on the day. And don't worry, these aren't complicated changes. They're small, simple shifts that can make a huge difference in how you feel, starting tomorrow morning. Now, let's get into the first mistake. Mistake number 1. Skipping water first thing in the morning. I know. Water doesn't sound exciting first thing in the morning. Maybe you prefer to start your day with a steaming cup of coffee or tea. But here's the problem. After sleeping for 6, 7, or maybe even 8 hours, your body is actually dehydrated. And dehydration doesn't just make you thirsty, it can make you feel tired, sluggish, and even achy before the day has even begun. Think about it. Your body has been hard at work all night, repairing cells, regulating hormones, and keeping everything functioning while you sleep. And during that time, you haven't had a single sip of water. So when you wake up, your body is desperate for hydration, even if you don't feel thirsty right away. What happens when you don't give your body the water it needs? Well, that morning stiffness you feel? Dehydration makes it worse. That brain fog that makes it hard to focus? It's often linked to a lack of water. And if you've been struggling with digestion issues, dehydration can slow everything down, even causing constipation. So, what's the fix? Simple. Before you reach for that coffee or tea, drink a glass of water. Even just 1 glass can help rehydrate your body, wake up your muscles, and jumpstart your metabolism for the day ahead. And if you want to take it a step further, try adding a squeeze of fresh lemon. Lemon water can help digestion, boost your immune system, and even give your skin a healthy glow. And if you're thinking, but I don't feel thirsty in the morning, that's okay. Your body needs the water whether you feel it or not. Try it for a week and see if you notice a difference. You might be surprised at how much more awake and refreshed you feel, just by giving your body what it's been missing. Now that we've covered this first mistake, let's talk about the next one. Something so many people do without even realizing how much it's affecting their energy and mood. Mistake number 2. Staying in bed too long after waking up. You wake up, open your eyes, and think, just 5 more minutes. Maybe you even reach for your phone, scroll through the news, check a few emails, or just lie there, staring at the ceiling. It feels harmless, even relaxing. But here's the problem. Lingering in bed too long can actually make you feel more tired and sluggish, not more rested. Here's why. Your body and brain rely on movement to fully wake up. When you first open your eyes in the morning, your body is transitioning from sleep mode to wakefulness. If you stay in bed too long, especially in a dark or cozy environment, your brain stays in that half-asleep state longer than it should. That's why you might feel groggy, slow, or even more exhausted, even though you technically got enough sleep. And let's talk about what happens physically. When you're lying in bed for too long, your circulation stays slow, your muscles stay stiff, and your joints don't get the movement they need to loosen up. This is especially important as we get older. Our bodies need movement to prevent stiffness and to signal the brain that it's time to get going. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I don't want to jump out of bed like I'm 20 years old. And you don't have to. This isn't about rushing your morning. It's about gently waking up your body in a way that helps you feel more energized, not exhausted. So here's a simple fix. Instead of lying there, start your day with purposeful movement. The moment you wake up, sit up in bed, take a deep breath, and do some light stretching. Roll your shoulders, stretch your arms, rotate your ankles. Just a minute or 2 of gentle movement is enough to tell your body, okay, it's time to start the day. And if you're someone who loves to check your phone first thing in the morning, try this. Instead of scrolling in bed, sit up or get out of bed and do it while standing or moving around. Maybe even drink that glass of water we talked about earlier while you do it. These small changes wake up your muscles, get your circulation going, and help shake off that groggy, sluggish feeling before it sets in. Now that we've covered the importance of getting out of bed and moving, let's talk about the next big mistake. One that might be messing with your energy levels all day long without you even realizing it. Mistake number 3. Skipping protein at breakfast. You finally get out of bed, maybe do a few stretches, drink your water, and now it's time for breakfast. But what do you usually eat? A piece of toast? Maybe some cereal? A cup of coffee and a muffin? If your breakfast is mostly carbs or sugar, you might be setting yourself up for a crash before your day even begins. See, what you eat in the morning plays a huge role in how you feel, not just in the first hour or two, but all day long. And one of the biggest mistakes people make: not getting enough protein at breakfast. Here's why this matters. After 60, our bodies naturally start to lose muscle mass. It's a normal part of aging, but it's something we can slow down if we give our bodies the right fuel. Protein is essential for keeping your muscles strong, your metabolism steady, and your energy levels balanced. Without it, you might find yourself feeling weak, sluggish, or even hungrier than usual just an hour or two after eating. And let's talk about sugar spikes. If your breakfast is mostly carbs, like toast, cereal, or a pastry, your blood sugar levels shoot up quickly, giving you a short burst of energy. But what goes up must come down, and when that blood sugar crashes, you're left feeling exhausted, foggy, and craving even more sugar. It's a roller coaster that leaves you feeling older and more tired than you should. So what's the fix? Simple. Start your morning with protein. You don't have to eat a bodybuilder's breakfast, but adding protein to your morning routine can make a huge difference in your energy levels, focus, and even muscle strength. Here are a few easy swaps. Instead of just toast, add some peanut butter or a slice of cheese. Swap out sugary cereal for Greek yogurt with nuts and berries. Have eggs with some veggies instead of a plain bagel. If you love oatmeal, add some nuts or a scoop of protein powder. Even a little protein can help stabilize your energy levels and keep you feeling full and strong throughout the morning. Try it for a few days. You might be surprised at how much better you feel just by making this one simple change. Now, let's move on to our final mistake. One that affects not only your body but also your mind and mood first thing in the morning. Mistake number 4. Starting your day with negative thoughts. You've gotten out of bed, had your water, maybe even eaten a protein-packed breakfast. But what's going on in your mind? For so many people, the first thoughts of the day aren't exactly uplifting. Maybe you wake up and immediately think about all the things you have to do, the aches and pains you already feel, or the worries that have been sitting in the back of your mind. Sometimes, it's not even conscious. Your brain just falls into a habit of stress, frustration, or even dread before you've even gotten out of your pajamas. And here's the thing. Your mindset in the morning has a huge impact on how you feel physically. Studies have shown that negative thoughts, especially first thing in the morning, can actually trigger stress responses in the body, making you feel more tired, more stiff, and even more forgetful. Stress releases cortisol, and too much of it over time can lead to faster aging, higher blood pressure, and lower energy levels. Think about it like this. Your brain is like a radio, and the station you tune into first thing in the morning sets the tone for your entire day. If you start the day on the negative news channel, you'll carry that heaviness with you for hours. But if you switch to something more positive, something that lifts you up, you're setting yourself up for a day that feels lighter, easier, and better. So, how do you fix this? Start by paying attention to your first thoughts in the morning. If they're negative, don't beat yourself up, just gently redirect them. Here are some small but powerful ways to shift your mindset first thing in the morning. Say something kind to yourself. Instead of, "Ugh, I'm so stiff today," try, "My body is waking up, and I'm grateful for another day." Practice gratitude. Before getting out of bed, think of one thing, just one, that you're thankful for. It can be something simple, like, "I'm grateful for my warm bed," or "I'm grateful for my morning coffee." Avoid the news first thing. If scrolling through bad news is part of your morning routine, try waiting an hour before checking your phone. Give yourself a chance to start your day without stress. Smile. Yes, even if you don't feel like it. Studies show that even forcing a smile can send signals to your brain that boost your mood. The key is intention. If you don't decide how you want to start your day, your brain will fall into old habits, many of which can make you feel older, more tired, and more stressed than you need to be. But by making a conscious choice to start your morning with better thoughts, you can set yourself up for a day filled with more energy, more joy, and more life. And that brings us to the end of these 4 morning mistakes. But before we wrap up, let's talk about one final thing that can make all the difference in how you feel every morning. Final thoughts. Small changes, big difference. So, we've talked about 4 common morning mistakes that might be making you feel older, more tired, and less energized than you should. But here's the best part. You don't have to change everything at once to start feeling better. Even just fixing one of these habits can make a noticeable difference in your energy, mood, and overall well-being. Maybe tomorrow morning, you start by drinking a glass of water before reaching for your coffee. Or perhaps you make it a point to get out of bed a little faster, rather than lying there and scrolling through your phone. Maybe you add a little more protein to your breakfast, or you take a few seconds to shift your mindset and start the day with a positive thought instead of stress. The key here is consistency. Small, simple shifts, done daily, can transform the way you feel. It's never about doing everything perfectly. It's about making choices that help you feel better, stronger, and more energized. And let's be clear, aging doesn't mean you have to feel sluggish, stiff, or low on energy. You have more control over how you feel than you might think. It's not about trying to feel 20 years old again. It's about making the most of every day, feeling your best, and taking care of yourself in a way that allows you to enjoy life fully. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever noticed that certain morning habits affect the way you feel throughout the day? Are you going to try any of these tips? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one, and I love hearing your experiences. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on more tips for staying healthy, happy, and strong at any age. Thanks so much for spending this time with me today. Remember, small changes can lead to big results. Here's to waking up feeling your best every single day. See you in the next video.